So the Oklahoma Sooners, who had a fantastic July in recruiting, look to continue that in the month of August, and what a better way to start than by going into your rival's territory, landing a priority target, not only a priority target, but a top 200 player in the nation who, oh yeah, by the way, is a Texas Longhorns legacy. Today, we need to talk about the Oklahoma Sooners getting in a huge addition to their 2023 recruiting class in four-star edge Colton Vasek. We need to talk about why this is such a big win for OU, what it means going forward, and everything in between. But before we do, as always, y'all know the drill. I need to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, Y for yes, N for no. Are you surprised that Vasek chose the Oklahoma Sooners? And let me know what you're thinking. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification. Constant college football content is done over here. Love to have you a part of it. But let's hop right into this, because this is Oklahoma's 19th commit of their 2023 class, and this is a class that is one to take note of. Whenever we look at this from a top-down approach, Oklahoma now sits as the number 6 class in the nation with plenty of time left to go and several huge battles on the horizon. Whether we're talking about 4-star safety Makari Vickers, 5-star defensive lineman David Hicks, there's a ton of Sooner prospects left on the board who the Sooners feel good about that Oklahoma fans need to be excited about. But now let's refocus and talk specifically about commitment number 19, Colton Vasek, because this is a huge win at a huge position of need, not only for Oklahoma going forward, but also when you look at defenses and how they're structured both in college football and in the NFL. Those edge are a premium in the NFL and in college football, and if you can get a guy you have faith in, it allows you to do a ton on that defense. Remember what Nick Bonito was able to do, and in no way, shape, or form am I comparing Vasek to Nick Bonito. I'm just painting the picture that a very talented outside linebacker who's playing that edge position gives you a ton to work with, something you need to be very excited about. Because Vasek is someone who has the size, standing 6'5.5", 225 pounds per 24/7 Sports, and comes in as a top 200 player in the nation. His ability to go get the quarterback and mess up a play in the backfield is something that the Oklahoma Sooners coaches and fans are going to be looking to utilize whenever he gets on campus. And now we need to talk about a recruiter who I tried to warn y'all about way back, and that's Miguel Chavez. Because whenever I looked at the Oklahoma class for 2022, I noticed that Miguel Chavez, in his first time as an on-field coach, did a phenomenal job in the waning hours of that class, securing several key commitments for the Oklahoma Sooners. Whenever I was able to see that, that's all I really needed to know. I understood right then and there that when crunch time happened, whenever the lights were the brightest, that's when Chavez showed up. And now fast forward, he gets a huge win over the Texas Longhorns. Because if we're talking about why this is such a big win over Texas, there are several obvious points that we can talk about. First and foremost, that Colton Vasek is one of the top players in the state of Texas, but also that he plays in Austin, right in the Texas Longhorns' backyard. On top of that, he is a huge position of need for the Texas Longhorns recruiting class. Remember, we've talked several times about how the biggest position of need, in my opinion, for Texas' recruiting class revolve around 3 different areas. First and foremost, the inside linebacker, secondly, that edge, and then the third being the interior defensive line. Not to say that you can forget about the offensive line recruiting, but Texas had such a great haul last cycle that if they just get a few more pieces, I think they're really trending in the right direction, or at least getting the pieces to trend in the right direction. But now they lost on a guy who's in their backyard, who's one of the top players in their state at a position of need, and the cherry on top, you may ask, he's a legacy to the Texas Longhorns. This is a loss that will sting for the Texas Longhorns. However, there are several prospects on the board still left for them that they now have to win for. But for Oklahoma, you get to start off the month of August just as hot as you ended the month of July. And I'm really intrigued to see what other moves the Oklahoma Sooners are able to make, because they're trending in an incredibly positive direction right now. Something I've been trying to tell people about, warn people about, and now you can see someone who I talked about, someone who I tried to bring Oklahoma fans' attention to, Miguel Chavez, really putting in excellent work on the trail. Can't wait to see what y'all are thinking about this. Oklahoma still has several key battles we have to keep up with in the month of August, but now we get to really turn our attention to the camps that will be starting here soon. But in the meantime, hop down to the comments, let me know what you think about this. That's it. See ya.